my loves. I hope that we are all having an amazing January thus far. I'm not gonna lie, January came in with a bang and is really pushing a lot of us to reach our fullest potential and to be the best versions of ourselves. So let's get right into this video today, which we are gonna be talking about essentially this energy, and we're also gonna be pulling some cards just so that way we're walking away from this video feeling secure, feeling grounded. So let's check in with the energy. Let's do a little bit of a collective read while also me giving you the rundown of what this energy is feeling like on my end, so that way you know that you're not alone. I hope that you enjoy this content. Definitely comment below what videos you would like to see next. Let's get right into this. So I have my healing mantra cards, which I am going to pull to start off with this video. I'm going to shuffle while I chit chat with you guys, and I hope that you can hear me well. 2024 has definitely been all about transformation, all about change, all about evolving, and I would be lying if I didn't share with you how difficult it's been to do what we have to do. I feel like for me, 2024 has been all about discipline, and how yes, you can have the motivation, you can have the goals written down, you can have even the energy to be able to show up for yourself, but life happens. And I feel like for me, it's all about life is happening, but how are we still gonna stay consistent to our goals? And you would think like, oh well, put an alarm, and you know, if family has to be sacrificed or family time has to be sacrificed, then I'll do it. If holidays need to be sacrificed, then fine. If that's what it takes to be disciplined, then I'll go for it and I'll do it. But that's not at all what I feel like Spirit and Universe is really bringing into our circle, into our community right now. I think with Spirit, at least from my personal experience and with just the energy overall, what I've been feeling is just Spirit saying what consistency and discipline looks like to you may be the strictest or the toughest form, right? Discipline and consistency doesn't always mean every single day. You can have consistency with showing up once a week, right? Just like there's consistent appointments with, let's say, a therapist, and you see your therapist once a week, and you can say and you feel proud that you show up every single time. Why is it any different when it comes down to our personal goals, or when we want to do our spiritual things? Why is it that there's such a harsh line and expectation of ourselves, instead of saying, you know what, even if I show up once a week, I'm showing up and I'm being consistent because this is what I know I can do. I feel like Spirit is showing us that consistency, and again, discipline, does not have to look like what we grew up with or what everybody else is doing. Consistency is what feels great for us and what we can do. So when you think about doing your goals, accomplishing whatever it is that 2024 has for you, or what you want out of this year, when you think about your consistency, think about what is tangible, what is possible. And if what is possible is that every 2 months you go and you take a yoga class, then show up in that way, right? It does not matter how far away or how silly things may sound to others, because this year we are turning on our heart portal. We are channeling our inner, like, lioness, powerful lion energy, where we are not stopping at a no. We are not stopping anymore at any blockages. We are saying, you know what? Instead of getting upset and blaming myself for life happening and me being too tired to go to the gym or too tired to do the right thing, I'm going to give myself love instead, and we're going to try again tomorrow. Right? And we're genuinely going to try again tomorrow. It's working with universe and nature and everything that's going on. Because right now there are so many people that are disheveled and out of place, and I'm here to tell you that it's okay. You're not the only one. We are all feeling this shift. We are all being pushed. We are all being nudged, and some of us are having a better time than others. Some of us already did the work at the end in December or in November, and 2024 is a little bit more softer, a little bit more kinder, but it doesn't mean that we are any less outside of our alignment, right? We need to remind ourselves that we asked for growth, we asked for elevations, and that is asking for lessons. Right now is all about looking at our habits and seeing what is truly making us unhappy. And me sharing with you personally what's been making me unhappy is how I never realized that my love language was always putting people first. Like, I find happiness in seeing a room full of people talking and laughing and having a good time. Like, I find so much happiness in that, but I realize that not everybody has the same love language as me. So on days when I don't want to have to cater to the room, I don't want to have to cater to others, and I just really simply want to do what I want to do, I feel almost like the villain or the hare in the soup or the bad guy in the situation for speaking up. But it leaves me feeling unhappy, right? Like, anger is a poison that is only hurting ourselves. It's not hurting everybody else around us the way it's hurting ourselves. And if it is hurting, if our anger and our frustrations is hurting those around us, imagine what the inside and the internal damage that is going on. I'm telling you, it's been all about growth. It's been all about relearning how to be, relearning how to live, relearning our habits and routines, relearning what is working. And it's okay that there's a lot of things that may not be working, right? So life update, life has been lifing, but I'm here. You're here, right? And I wanted to kind of like share, because I did have an ancestral veneration class, and I found it absolutely beautiful that so many students, so many of my clients that did show up, found so much comfort in the fact that my spiritual routines and your spiritual routines do not have to look the same. Right? My spiritual routine is probably me in an Uber trying to head to work because I'm this and this late, and I'm doing my prayers because my prayers is the only thing that finds me peace. My spiritual routines may be me not connecting for the past 2 days and finally finding the energy, the time, and the sacredness within to take that long shower and to talk to spirit, talk to God, talk to my guides, right? Everybody's spiritual connection is different. You may do it in the car. You may do it when you're, in the shower. You may do it right before you go to bed. You may find this peace when you're reading a book. Like, everybody is finding their spiritual routines and their peace and their sacred moment differently. I would say evaluate your goals spiritually and ask yourself where you are and where you want to be. And being kind about how long it's going to take you to get there. But also, with having your goals in mind, you're able to say, you know what? Every decision I make is going to keep this mind. Every decision I make, this goal, I'm going to have in mind. So if this doesn't push this goal this much closer to me, then maybe this is not the best decision, this one is. But every decision is keeping in mind the goals spiritually and also personally in mind, which is why I feel like universe is like, go over your habits, go over your routines, and what is stopping you, or what is preventing you or blocking you. And that thing may just be ourselves, right? That thing may just be us in our headspace getting too overwhelmed or letting our crown chakra be way overactive. Sometimes all it takes is saying, you know what? I want to be home alone today, or at least for an hour, because I need the peace, I need the quiet, I need the sanity. Listen, I had the weekend that we are all going to remember in a very funny way, but also in a very serious way. There was so many things good and also bad going on this weekend, that I almost felt like it was one thing after another. I literally came home because I went and I stayed over family's house, but I came home to my wife with my nerves shot. My social battery was completely and totally shot, right? And I was so anxious because of just everything that was going on and how things were just unfolding, that I found myself on the couch literally having food aversions because my anxiety was that bad. I am a foodie, if you cannot tell. I love food, and the fact that I couldn't get down more than one bite of my favorite food said so much about how I was feeling internally. And I had this moment where I was like, I can force myself to eat, or I can get upset and get angry that I'm here, I'm hungry, I haven't eaten in 24 hours, and I have food in front of me, and I can focus on that energy, or I could focus on making myself feel okay again. I can focus on being in my truth and not making my wife any more comfortable, because in my head it's comfortable, but really I'm making her uncomfortable because I'm not expressing my anxiety and what I got going on. So I'm going to stay in my truth. I'm going to communicate to my wife what happened this weekend and why I came back the way that I did, right? And why it's so hard for me to acclimate and to eat this meal and to even chit chat. Like, it was so hard for me to even communicate with my wife because I was so done. And it felt amazing because the most beautiful thing happened. Communicating with my wife about my anxieties and everything that happened, I was able to then release, take a deep breath. I went and I took a shower, and we put on a movie. And even hours after being home and I still couldn't eat, my wife was like, you know what, I want dessert. I'll order you dessert because I'm gonna order regardless, and if you don't eat it today, that's okay. I'll keep it in the fridge, and you can eat it tomorrow, another day. And she ordered ice cream, and I know it may sound so silly that ice cream was the thing to open my appetite, and that's when I was able to like put the ice cream down and actually go grab real food. But it took me allowing inner child to have ice cream for breakfast, essentially, for me to actually feel safe and secure, and for me to feel like, all right, we're gonna be okay. And I share that with you to share with you that even though, yes, I'm a medium and I'm a bruja and I do all these things, I deal with real life too. And real life right now is overstimulating like you would not believe. It's overwhelming, overstimulating. And my human self still has a hard time. And I didn't spiritually cope. I didn't blame my spiritual practices. I did a cleanse, I showered, and I felt so much better afterwards. Just because I decided to give myself some grace. So I share all of this with you with this new video for the first time in 2024 over here on my channel, to say you are not alone. It is difficult, it is hard. Some of us are having an amazing time, and I love that for you. And some of us, and I'm one of them, that is like having to deal with the growth and the changes and dealing with our emotions and even some fears that we have. And it doesn't have to be looked at as if we're behind, because we are exactly where we need to be. And with that being said, we're going to pull a healing mantra card for all of us here. I ask Spirit with Divine Love and Light, and I ask you if this is something that you would be open to before I even pull, to stay. And if this is something that you're not open to, I totally understand, and I'll see you in another video. But today, we are going to close this out with a little mini collective read, and I hope that you enjoy this. I don't think I've done this over here on YouTube in years or ever, so like I said, I'm doing things differently, and I hope you're enjoying how we're moving. I hope you're enjoying this new personal, closeness between you and I. So as far as today, Spirit, I ask you to allow me to use my gifts of mediumship and clairvoyance in order to connect with myself and whoever is watching, in order to pull a collective card for all of us. And I want to do this with unconditional love. I want to do this with light. I want to do this with clarity. I want to do this with precision. Okay, I want to do this in all of our highest goods in mind. And I ask Archangel Michael to gatekeep any negative energies or entities that try to intercept this reading by thought, word, or action. And I thank you, universe, in advance. feel like somebody just got nervous, you know, it's because time and space is not linear. So I feel like connecting with you, right? You may be a little anxious to see what may come out, maybe even excited. It's okay. We're going to take a deep breath before I pull. We're going to take one more, but this time I want you to feel your belly. So relax your belly. Relax your belly, relax your core. And I want you to go ahead and take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Does not feel better. So what is our card for today? What is our card for today? That was quite a few. We have one. Ooh. So definitely a read is exactly what we're gonna get. So our first card is rewiring the nervous system. This is so wild. Rewiring the nervous system, okay? And it says, I find strength in surviving my traumas. I find strength in surviving my traumas. We also have untangling neglect. Untangling neglect, and it says, I take the time to give myself all of the approval I desire. I take the time to give myself all of the approval that I desire. This one says, awakening inspired action. Okay? There is only what life is asking of me. I hope you guys are hearing what Spirit has to say today. I hope you are seeing that these cards that are flying out are for the both of us, right? It is for us. There is this message here, and Spirit is definitely guiding us all along the way, okay? And I'm going to show you the cards, but it's funny how 4 out of 5 of these cards are pink. And we were talking about like the crown chakra earlier, okay? We have inviting ecstasy, okay? And it says, I am worthy of all the pleasure my heart desires. We were talking about connecting with the heart space, right? We're talking about being in our true energy, right? Knowing how to give ourselves the unconditional love that we need. And then we have amplifying abundance, which is absolutely beautiful. And it says, abundance is my birthright, and I receive it now. Abundance is my birthright, and I receive it now. How gorgeous is that? Number is 5, right? 5 is about major changes happening in our life, changes to put us in our alignment or to continue us and onto our journey of finding our purpose. And my favorite part of it all, bottom of the deck energy. And I feel like, you know, this is a personal belief, but I feel like bottom of the deck energy always gives, how do you say it? Always gives like a hidden truth, I feel like, about ourselves. A truth that maybe we don't want to acknowledge, a truth that is maybe harder for us to sit and swallow, right? Like a large pill to swallow, something that we don't want to look at. So what is that, right? What is that? I'm gonna pull it from the bottom, and it says, embodying my soul. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's not crazy. It's divine. It's beautiful. It's sacred. What's crazy is just the fact that we are talking about essentially us just trying to align with our spiritual practices. And it clearly shows that your intentions and my intentions, our collective intentions, is pure, and that we're not lying to ourselves, and we are not telling ourselves that this is what we want when really our truth is elsewhere. We are speaking our truth. We are wanting to get there. And this card shows embodying my soul. And it says, I have the right to be excited. How beautiful. How absolutely beautiful. So now that we have the 6 cards, look how cute. So 2 cards were green, heart chakra, and the rest were this really pretty like pink peachy color, which is crown chakra, which again showing me with color magic, especially color divination, that heart space is on the right track, but it's not heart space that is having a hard time right now. It's our head space. So we need to work on our mentality. We need to work on our head and see where our mind goes, and taking little corners. And it's not going to be easy. It's going to take some time to find our way. It's going to take time to understand where these shifts need to be made. But know that you're on the right track. Know that your intuition has never lied to you, and that everything that we have already said today, I know resonates with so many of you. My spiritual shop is going to be opening in February, so get ready. Thank God we saved this for the end, but I did want to show you just a sneak peek of what we're looking at here. Okay, because as you guys know, I do have my spiritual shop, and I've been telling you about this rebrand and just all these different things, and I just wanted to show you what we've been working on. So I'm only going to show you one line of product because it's only 3, but we are expanding so much, and I'm too excited. I have to show you. Okay, there we go. So yes, you read correctly. We have Santa Marta's oil, okay? And I'm so honored that Santa Marta allowed me to do this. But we have Santa Marta's oil. So we have an honor oil, an offering oil, and protection oil for those that venerate or communicate with her or want to channel her energy in any way, shape, or form. And all of these products are made and blessed on her altar as well. We also have a Santa Marta bath. Okay, and again, how we made it, she literally took me all the way. Like, she was the one to tell me what's a yes and what's a no, what we're doing and what we're not doing. So every product that is stamped with her name is something that she put together. I just listened and I did what I had to do. But look how gorgeous this spiritual bath is. And I love how it turned like this deep red. And then this is the most special part, because not only do we have a Santa Marta accessibility in our shop now, we also have floor washes, which I'm super excited about. Look how cute. And yes, it is not a traditional floor wash where it's just, you know, the spirituality. I also put all natural ingredients in here, so you're able to actually clean your floor with this. You're able to actually scrub your floor with this, and it is safe for animals. I don't know about you, but anytime I would have to do a floor wash or a cleanse, I would have to be mindful of my animals because it's toxic for them. All the fumes, and I wanted to be able to come up with a floor wash that wasn't dangerous to my animals, and I didn't have to get my wife to put my animals in the car for an hour or 2 or take them somewhere, so that way I can do a full cleanse of the house, which is why I decided that floor washes was definitely the next step. So we have Santa Marta floor wash, we have Santa Marta spiritual bath, and then we have Santa Marta oil. So we are going to be selling them in packages and also individually. And we don't just have this for Santa Marta. We have this for other energies too, if you get what I'm saying. But other than that, I love you. If you need any readings, I am opening my calendar, so I am still doing readings. Check out my website, follow me on Instagram and other platforms and TikTok. Everything will be linked down below. I absolutely love you, and thank you for still watching and following along in this little journey that we're on. I love you, and I'll see you guys soon.